What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just got done test driving an Elantra N Line. My first impressions of the car are I really like it. I mean, I like the design. I know a lot about the car already. It was really going to be more about sitting in the car and, going for a drive, feeling how it's handled and all that stuff. And my impressions off the bat, I mean, the seats are exactly what I'm looking for. Super comfortable. I like the layout of the car. I like the design, the color of the interior. It's more of a gray than black like the Elantra N. Driving it, obviously very different than the Elantra N as far as the handling goes. Definitely much softer, a little more floaty, but not ridiculously floaty, but more floaty. Obviously handles bumps and, like any kind of imperfection in the road a lot better than the Elantra. It doesn't crash over bumps at all. I mean, even with these 18s, although it's gotten a lot better than the 19s, that car just glides over bumps. There's this one particular big bump that I hit on the entrance ramp and it just soaked it up like it was nothing. So that was really nice. I like that. But the drawback is that it was nothing impressive when I was taking it around like a big curving entrance ramp or off ramp. It was definitely leaning a lot more body roll. And again, not horrible, but just nothing compared to the Elantra N, of course. So rear seat room, actually, I was surprised when I finally did sit in it and adjust my seat in the front. It has just a hair less than the Elantra N. I thought it had a significantly less rear leg room, but it's just a little bit less. So actually wasn't too bad. Power-wise, I didn't obviously get on it super crazy because, I was with a salesman, but it definitely has some really good torque, which reminds me a lot of the Accord 2.0T that I had. So, I didn't ring it out. I'm sure it probably hits a wall like the Accord 2.0T did too, once you get up higher in the rev range. Whereas the Elantra N, of course, is less low-end torque, but it pulls up top. So just a different dynamic as far as how the power is delivered, but definitely I could see it being an entertaining car as far as just pulling away at a light without a limited slip. It's going to light up the front tires. Some of the things that I really liked about it, it has a big panoramic sunroof, which was really nice. I did like that. Made it feel very open. The interior in general feels bigger because it doesn't have a shifter, so you have all that open kind of room there, and it just makes it feel more airy and spacious. And steering wheel design is okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I would be able to get used to it. I really like the way the entertainment or the infotainment system is kind of built into the dash. They did a really nice job on the design there. I like the red stitching that it has on the dashboard. Nice materials. Like I said, the seats are fantastic, super comfortable. Another thing that I liked about it is on my test drive, I was able to use the adaptive cruise control, which 10 times better than the Honda adaptive cruise control that was in the Accord. I hated the adaptive cruise that was in the Accord. The adaptive cruise in the Sonata was very nice, and I would actually end up using that. So that was a really nice feature. Some of the other stuff I do, like I said, I like the design of it. I love the wheels. It has a black roof, which looks really good. So lots of really, really good things about the Sonata N Line that would make it definitely it would be tops right now of the list as far as replacement cars go out of everything that I've test drove or checked out. Some of the things I didn't like about it, I did not like the parking brake, which is most cars have electronic parking brakes nowadays. The Elantra N it's very rare that it doesn't have an electronic one. It's got a manual or old school style parking brake. But the parking brake for the Sonata N Line is actually on the left hand side down here, like where your traction control buttons are, which is really weird. Like, why wouldn't they put it over next to where like a parking brake usually is? I just thought that was very strange. I mean, you know, I would get used to it, but just an odd placement for the parking brake. I'm not a huge fan of the push button transmission. That's what I had on the Accord 2.0T. I just don't like it. I mean, as much as it's nice to have all the extra space that it gives you, I just don't like having to push a button to put it in park or drive. I didn't like how soft it was in the handling department. I'm sure, you know, I could get some kind of aftermarket springs to make it handle better, but I'm really looking for a car that I don't have to do much to, honestly. That's what I love so much about the Elantra N, is that it's just so much is already done. I don't know, I guess my days of modding like my daily driver are just over. As far as like suspension and all that kind of stuff goes, I just don't want to do it. So another thing that I thought was really weird and I did not like about the Sonata N Line was the fact that there's not a drive mode selector on the steering wheel. You have to like reach down here next to the cup holders to move it. And like, one of the things I love most about this car is just like putting it in different modes while I'm driving. You know, eco right now while I'm just putting around, and then easily hit N on the steering wheel, or any of the other, you know, sport mode or whatever. And the fact that I would have to use my other hand to like reach back and kind of put it in a different drive mode, I didn't like that. I wish I could take the seats from the Sonata N Line and put them in the Elantra N. It would be the perfect car, but I don't think I can do that. So my conclusion is that I still haven't found that car that would replace the Elantra N. As nice as that car is, I just don't feel like it would be entertaining enough, and I don't feel like it offers enough to, again, get out of this car and get into a new car. And so I'm glad I test drove it. It is an awesome car. If you're looking for just like a chill family car that has some good power, I mean, it's a great car for that. I am going to go to a custom car shop soon and see if they can do anything about the seats in here, because if I can solve that problem, then I'm just keeping the Elantra N. Let me know you guys' thoughts on my impressions of the Sonata N Line, and my decision just to stick with the Elantra N for now. And till the next video, peace out.